All right, welcome to Ajiro Tech, and in this video, we'll be looking at the May-June 2019 Paper 2 document production, and we'll be looking at the second variant 2022, right? Of course, the course code is 0417. Okay, scrolling down, it's very imperative that you read the instructions first before answering any question. I'm going to always say this in all of my videos so that it becomes an alarm bell, because I want you to read the instructions. The instructions are not there just for a show. They are meant to be read to guide you so that you don't make careless mistakes, because trust me, there's one instruction right here that if you go through, that if you don't do it, trust me, it's like you're wasting your time writing your exam. So it's important, and I urge you, please, whenever you're given any examination question, internal, external, read through the instructions thoroughly. Very important. Now, with that being said, let's move on. Okay, task 1, evidence document. Open the file J229 evidence.rotf. So we're going to open the file J229 ROTF. Okay, I've opened that in the background already, so I'm just going to open it right here. Loading. So I'm going to click on enable editing, right? The next question is, make sure that your name, center number, candidate number will appear on every page of this document. Okay, so I'm making sure that the name, your center number, all right, so we're going to make sure the name, that your name, center number, candidate number will appear on every page of this document. Okay, it was not stated if it's going to be on the header or in the footer. Okay, so I just pretty much want to make it be on the header. You can go to the marking scheme. I think I've taken a sneak peek on it. So it's usually on the header of it. All right, so let's do that. So I'm just going to click on the insert tab. Click on the insert tab. Click on headers, and I'm going to click on 3 columns. Okay, I'm going to type in my name here, Ajiro, and my center number, which is NGO64, which is the center number for the school I'm currently working, Edward College, right here in Lagos, located in Lekki Phase 1. Okay, the candidate number is, I don't have the candidate numbers, but obviously as students you will be given your candidate numbers, and then you have to impute it right here. Okay, so but for me, I'm going to go with 2023. Okay, save this evidence document in your work area as J229 evidence followed by your candidate number. So the 999, the 4 9s are meant to be replaced with your candidate number. Very important. So I'm just going to, since mine is a soft copy, I'm just going to do most of highlighting and copying. But obviously in the exam, yours will be hard copy, and you'll be needed. Of course, you have to type it the way it is. All right. So let's do that. So I'll click on File, click on Save As, and I'm just going to right click, and I'll paste this, backspace it to 2023, which is my candidate number. Now normally they would tell you to save this with the software you are using. So obviously the software I'm using is the MS Word, so I'm just going to save this as a Word document. Okay, click on Save. Now the next one is, you will need to place screenshot and answers to questions in this evidence document. Okay, so task 2, document. You are going to edit a report for Tower Cruises. The company uses a corporate house style for all their documents. Paragraph style must be created, edited, and applied to the report as instructed. Okay, so that's what we are going to do. Note that the corporate house style for all their documents, the past style needs to be created we have to edit it and we have to apply it as instructed. Now open the file j229 quizzes.rotf. Okay, so we're going to open the file right here. Okay, I'm just going to enable editing. This page is set to A4 landscape orientation with 2 centimeters margin. Do not make any changes to this. Now if you want to be sure if they have done that, you can come to layout, click right here, and you're going to see that all these have been done and there's no need to make any changes to it. Now save this document in your work area in the format of the software you're using with the file name TC report. So I'm just going to highlight it, copy it. Okay, the TC report. I'll click on the file tab, click on save as, and right click on it and paste this. Okay, you have to save this. You have to save this with the software that you are using. Okay, so we're going to have this as right click on it. Obviously I'm using MS Word, and so of course the default extension for that is .docx, which is document. So I'm just going to save it here. Okay, it's actually saved. Now the next question is evidence 1. Place in your evidence document a screenshot to show this file has been saved. Make sure there's evidence of the file type. So we're going to place in our evidence document a screenshot to show that the file has been saved, and they want to see the evidence of this file. Okay, they want to see the evidence of this file. So I'm going to do that. So I'm going to click on right here on my file. I'm going to use Windows 11, so still the same process. Right here on my view, or right here, you can do that here on my view. I'm just going to change it to details because I want to see the details. I can, in between here, I can just double click on it to bring in close, and right here I can drag. Okay, I can drag on it and I have this here. Okay, so I'm going to right click on it and click sort by date modified, and it's going to show me this report. Okay, I need to have a glimpse of it, so I'm just going to click here on my Windows icon, search for the snipping tool, open it, click on new, and I'm going to copy it with the address of where this is stored. Okay, with the address of where this is stored. I think I'll just do that again. I'll click on new. Yeah, right here. Done. And evidence 1, I'm just going to paste it right here. Done. Now I've made videos in 2018 on how you can be able to change your theme from a dark background to a light background. So please, you might want to just watch through some of the 2018s to see how that was done. It is not advisable to use a dark theme as your evidence document. If you go to the Mac scheme, you see that it's always a white background. So please don't be any wiser. Don't use a dark theme. Okay. All right. So let's move on. So we are done with question 1, and it's just 1 mark, guys. It's just 1 mark. You're done with it. 1 mark done. 1 mark in the bag. Congratulations. Okay. All right. So let's move on. Now, question 2 says, place in the header the following. So I'm just going to click on the insert tab, click on header, click on the 3 columns. Okay. Now, automated page numbers left align. So we're going to have the automated page numbers left align. We're having that word left align. So let's do that. So for the automated page number left align, I'm going to click here, come to the page number, current position, and I'll click here. Okay. Now, another thing is a right align automated date feed to display today's date in the format. So we're going to use a right align, right there in the header, a right align automated date field to display today's date, and it's going to be in this format: 2D 3M YY. Now in 2018 video, I made explanations on how this can be done, but I think I'm going to do it in 2019. Okay, so when you have your 3M, it means JAN. For example, your year can just be so we have 21 JAN, and then we can have 22 or 23. Okay, all right, so let's do that. Now notice that to display the date field, so it's a field that you are going to display. Okay, emphasis on the field. So we click on insert. Right here we click on explore quick paths, we click on fields, and we go right here to date. Right, then we'll look for it. We'll start searching through. They just want a DDMMYY. Okay, let me check. Is there, oh, DD dash MM dash, let's say dash dash dash. Okay, this is what they want. You can see right here DD. Don't mind if it's 1D, is the same thing. 1D or 2Ds is the same thing, right? Nope. Let me check. Coming. Let me see if I can have another one for the dash dash. Coming. Okay, guys, it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing because 066 is still the same thing. Okay, so this is perfect. So I'm going to what? Click on OK. Sorry, I have to take that again. It should be right align. Okay, right align. So I'll click on insert. Click on the field right here. Go to date. Select this. And that is fine by me. Okay, so we have it here. The next one is place in the footer. So we are done with the header. So we're just going to hit on my delete, close, click on the insert tab, click on the header, 3 columns. Okay, place in the footer your name, center number, candidate number, center align. So your name, your center number, your candidate number is going to be what? Center align. So let's do that. So I have Ajiro ND, NG064, which is the center number for the school I'm currently working on, Edu College, located in Lekki Fizua, right here in Lagos. Okay, Nigeria. Yeah. Okay, 2023, and I'm using 2023 because that is my candidate number. Obviously, for students, you'll be asked to put the candidate numbers that have been given to you. All right. No other text or placeholders are included in the headers and footer areas. Okay, so we have no other text. They said make sure all alignment match the page margin. Now let's check. All alignment match the page margin. So I come here to my view tab, click on the grid lines to ensure that they all match the page margin. That's correct. That's fine by me. Okay. What else? No other text or placeholders are included in the headers or footers. Now these are placeholders. Text boxes are placeholders. Okay. So I'm just going to no text boxes, no other things are placed in the headers or footers. So I'm just going to take that out. Okay. Headers and footers are displayed on all pages. Obviously, they are going to be displayed on all pages. Okay, so I will click here and I will do that. Now, if we scroll down, you see that they appear on every page. Okay, all right. Okay, so for evidence 2, take screenshot evidence of the date field code showing the format used. Place the screenshot in your evidence document. So they want to show, they want to see the evidence that this is not just you typing it, but they want to see that it's a field that have been added into what that particular one format. So I'm just going to do that right now. Okay, so I'm just going to do that right now. Okay, so you just want to see this because anybody can just type this. Okay, they want to see that it's actually a field that has been added. So to do that, we'll click on the file type, go to more, click on options, click on advanced, and under show content, we are going to say we'll check on this show code field instead of their values. Okay, right here on show document content. Okay, we'll click this. Now we have this is shown. Okay, now they said you to take a screenshot of the date field code showing the format used. Okay, so we're just going to take that. We don't need this, so we're just going to do this for here, right? So obviously I'm going to double click on it, and I'm just going to take a snip of it. Done. And I'll paste this in evidence 2. Okay, so I'm going to do this right here. Okay, so we have that. Now that's fine by me, and this is everything we have done here is 3 marks, guys. It's 3 marks, and trust me, you don't want to lose any marks, as because you're going to need every marks as much as possible. All right, so moving on to question 3. Create and store the following styles, basing each on the default paragraph style. Now, house styles are one of the things that you are going to see day in, day out. Apart from your headers and footers, you're going to be seeing day in, day out, day in, day out, day in, day out. You're going to be seeing in every of the years, even in upcoming exam. It is a guarantee that you're going to see it. And one of the major challenge for students is the font style, because they have issues differentiating between the sans serif and of course the serif. Now I'm just going to pause this video to show you some things. Okay, now under font styles can be placed in 2 categories. We have the serif and we have the sans serif, and we have the serif. Now the sans serif fonts have straight edges. That is what the sans serif does have. The feature of the sans serif is it has straight what edges, while the serif have little ticks at the edges of each letters. Okay, they have it at the edges of what each letters. That is one of the that when we look at the fonts that we have in the word processor, right? The Microsoft Word, right? The fonts that we have, we can liken it to the Arial, while for the serif we can liken it to what the Times New Roman. This is one of the issues today have. Most of the time they do it interchangeably, and if they interchangeably, definitely you will have virtually all the whole question wrong. Because remember, guys, you're going to be applying these styles to your document, and it means that if you're applying the wrong style to your document, you're rendering all your work to be you're going to lose heavy marks on that. Okay, so please, the sans serif have straight edges, and the fonts that we have available in the Microsoft Word is your Arial, the serif is your Times New Roman. You don't want to make that mistake, guys, please. Okay, with that understanding, let's get back to it. Okay, now we're going to be creating the styles. So let's the TC subtitle, we're going to create it. So I'll go back to my documents and click on my home tab. Right here we have our style. Only one style being created, which is what the TC title, which is the TC title. And I'm just going to do this because I do not want. I want just sample text. Okay, I don't want it. I'm going to take it back. I want just sample text to show me how the styles are going to work. So I'm going to click here and the styles, and right here we have this what we call the style organizer or style manager. That's what it's called. It's called a style organizer and style manager. So I'll click on normal. Okay, and right here on the A plus, I'm going to click it, which is for new styles. All right, and I'm going to on the name, which is the properties. I'm going to right click on it and paste this. Obviously in the exam you're going to type it the way it is. For your font style, you have your Arial, so I'm just going to copy here. You have your sans serif, which is your Arial. Right here default, The font size is 18. Alignment is right. So I'm going to click here, right. Enhancement is underlined. Line spacing is single, space before and space after is 0. Now, this is your line spacing right here. And the space before, you can check right here in your paragraph, it is 0, 0. Okay. We are done with this, so we're going to click on OK. Now, basing each of them in normal is very, very essential. So I'm going to create a new one. TC subbody. I'm going to copy it. Right click on it and paste. Now the font style is sans serif. Now your sans serif is what? Your Arial. So I'm going to do that. The font size is 16, which is in point. The alignment is center. Now we have center here, that's fine. Okay. Enhancement is your bold and italics. Bold here, italics. Single line spacing and space after is 6. So the space after is 6. Okay, click on OK. So we are done with that. So I'll click on OK. When I click on it rather, click on it to create a new style. TC body. I'll click on copy. I'm going to paste this. The font style is serif, which has some ticks. So I'm going to click on my Times New Roman. Now it's TC body, so I'm going to use the Times New Roman word body. The font size is 10. I'm going to select 10 right here. Alignment is justified. So I'll click on paragraph right here, and you're not going to see justify here. You just your left, center, and right. So right here on alignment, I'm going to click on the drop down and select what? Justified. I'll click on OK. Enhancement is none. Spacing is single. Space before is 0. Space after is 6. So my space after is what? 6. So I'll click on OK. TC body. I'll click on copy. TC table. So I'm just going to done. Let me just check. Okay. Click on normal, and the A plus, I'm going to click on the new style. Right click on it and click on paste. TC table. The font style is what? The font style right here is serif, which is what? Your Times New Roman. And I'm going to click here, which is still right. The table is in the body, so Times New Roman body. Font size is 11. Alignment is center. Line spacing is single. Space before 0. Space afterward 0. So obviously, I think the house style is quite easy for 2019 compared to 2018. Just really straightforward. Okay, so we are done with this. Now for evidence 3, take a screenshot to show that this style setting has been defined for the TC subhead style. Make sure there is evidence that is based on the default paragraph style. Place this in your evidence document. Now, what they want to see is your TC subhead. Sans serif. The font size is 16. Alignment is center, enhancement is bold or italics, the line spacing is single, space after is 6 as well. Okay, so we're going to do that right now. So we're going to go back to TC subhead. Right here, TC subhead, where are you? Right click on it, click on modifier, and they want to check if it's area, they want to check if it's 16, they want to check if it's center, they want to check if it's bold or italics, they want to check if it's a single line spacing, and the 6 point. Now what they want to see is right here. Do I have a magnifier? Yes, I want to do that so that everyone can see right here. What the examiner wants to see is this. This has everything that they need. But we're just taking the screenshot together with other ones. If you take only this, it's fine. Because right here, they can also see it right here. Okay? Alright. So I'm just going to click on format, paragraph. Okay? And we're going to take the screenshot. Okay? So I'm just click on new on my snipping tool, and I'm going to do this. Done. Okay, and evidence 3. So I'm going to place it right here in my evidence 3. Cancel this, then go to my evidence 3. And I'm going to paste it here. Okay, it's clear enough. So the sample text is clear enough. So there's no need I'm copying anything. So it's fine by me. So so we can, question 3 is straightforward, guys, and it's just 3 marks. Okay, so we just accumulating the marks. Question 4. The style name TC style has already been created, stored, and applied to the text, to the title text. Modify the TC type, modify the TC title style so only the following formatting is applied. So I'm going to modify it. So let's do that. TC title right here. TC title. Okay. We're going to right click on it and modify. Now the TC title created is based off, okay, font style sans serif, which is the area, that's straight edges. Font size is 32. So we don't have it, we're just going to type it, 32. Center, alignment is center. Enhancement is bold, and italics, bold, italics, uncheck this. Single line spacing, right here is a double line spacing, single line spacing, space before and space after is 0. So we're going to check it. We're going to check it. Click on format, click on paragraph, make here to be 0. Okay. Alright, so we are good to go, and we'll click on OK. Now take a screenshot of the style settings for TC style to show that these have been changed. Place this in your evidence document. So we're going to take a screenshot for TC title. Right click on it and click on modify. Click on the format paragraph, and we're going to take another screenshot. Okay, click here on my snipping tool, click on new, and I have this here. Alright, this will be in evidence 4. So I'm just going to cancel this, and go to my evidence 4 and I will paste. Okay, can we adjust something? Let's see if we can adjust this and that can enter. Okay, I think it entered. Let's adjust it. Okay, still going to adjust it. Okay. All right. Still reduce this a bit. It's still clear. All right. All right. Let's go ahead. Now, evidence 5. Display these custom style names as a list in the style manager or organizer. Provide screenshot evidence of this list. Place this screenshot in your evidence document. Now, guys, please pay attention. Now, they don't want to see this. They want to see what? A list, not all this. They want to see a list. What they want to see right here is this, which is your style organizer as a list in your style organizer or style manager. So we're going to do that. We're going to take what? We'll place the screenshot right there. So I'll click on new. We'll take the screenshot right here. Okay. And I'm going to place this in my evidence 5. Paste. Okay, that's fine by me. It's clear enough. Now, this is 3 marks. So guys, we just need to get all the marks available right here. Okay, so done. Below the title, add the subtitle, produced by, and add your name. So I'm just going to copy this. Obviously in your exam you're going to need to type it. Okay, they said below the title add the subtitle, so we're going to do that right now. I'm just going to adjust it here. Okay, that's fine. So below this I'm just going to hit on that. So below this I'm going to do that normal. I'm going to paste it as a text, produced by, and I'm going to add my name, Ajiro ND. Now apply the TC subtitle style to this text. So let's apply it. Now, if you've been watching my videos, you will know that to apply a style, you don't need to highlight it. Especially like your title, your subtitles, you don't need to actually highlight it. You just have to either click at the beginning or at the ending, and all you have to do is to just click the subtitle and the style is going to be applied. Okay, so we have this right here, and we have highlight yellow. Now apply the TC body style to the rest of the document. Now to apply the TC body style, you need to highlight everything. So I'm just going to do this. Yeah, you need to highlight everything right here. Okay, I will apply the TC body to it. Done. That's done. 1 marks. Okay, now change the page layout so that the subheading, overview, and the following text is displayed in 3 columns, guys. 2018 was 2 columns. 2019 in the second variant we are seeing 3 columns. Okay, so change the page layout so that the subheadings, overview, and all following text is displayed in 3 columns of equal width with a 1 centimeter space between the columns. So let's do that. So I'm just going to click on the layer tab right here on columns, more columns, 3 columns, and with what? A spacing of what? With a 1 centimeter space of this. Now in my practical videos, I think in 2018 I showed how you can actually change your measuring unit from inches or whatever it is to centimeter. So if I just want to go to 2018 videos to see how that is done. Okay. All right. So I click on OK. So that is done. No, sorry. Um so that the subheading overview, okay, overview. So from here it's done. Sorry, from overview, okay. More columns, 3 columns, spacing of 1. That's fine. Now that's why it's always a good practice to always check to see that you're not making any mistakes. You just want to go through and check. It's very important. When I did it, I observed that you can't have the title and of course the subtitle as part of the columns given, and you cannot have some introductory text as part of the column given. If you know this, it guides you when you answer your question. All right. So this is for 2 marks, guys. For 2 marks. Apply bullets to the list of items from shore excursion to specialty restaurants. Now, notice that you were not asked, we didn't create a bullet style, so we're just going to do it manually, okay? So we're going to apply bullets to the rest of items from shore excursions. Now, if you don't know where it is, you can click on the whole tab, click on editing, find shore excursion. We have it right here. To what? To specialty restaurants. So we have this here. Now notice they said we're going to apply a bullet. They didn't tell us the kind of bullet we're going to apply, so we're going to do that. Okay, so I'll just click on, usually my kind of bullet is, I like the square bullet. Okay, now make sure the bullets are aligned at the left margin. Okay, done. The list is aligned at the left margin. Okay, this is fine. This is also fine. It's right there at the left margin. At the left margin, the list is in single line spacing with no space or after each line. So right here on paragraph 0 right here, they said with no space before after each line. So that's done. Okay, there is a 6-point space after the last item in the list. So right here is 6-point space. So we're just going to adjust this to 6. Done. And that's 2 marks, guys. 2 marks. Question 11. Identify the 7 subheadings in the document and apply the TC subhead style to each one. So let's identify the 7 subheadings. I'm going to identify them and apply the subheading to them. So number 1 here, applied. Number 2 right here, the subhead. Number 3, subhead. Number 4, subhead. Number 5, subhead. Number 6, subhead. Just looking for them. I think I saw one. Okay, number 7 is subhead. Yay! Okay, all right. If you have to be very careful looking for them, else you're gonna make a lot of mistakes. Okay. All right. So moving on, and that is just 1 mark for going through that stress. All right. So done. Using the data in the file J229 stats.cxv, create a vertical bar chart to show the numbers of cruise passengers for the year 2014 to 2018 only. So I'm just going to have a sneak peek. I'm going to have a sneak peek at it. The J2 stat. We are done with this, so we can just put it back. The J2 stat, J229 stat right here. I'm just going to open it. Okay. Obviously, I'm just going to save this as a Word document right now because we're going to do some work on it. So I'm just going to do this. Now they said a vertical bar chart to show the numbers of cruise passengers. Notice that the numbers of what? Cruise passengers. Okay. For the numbers of cruise passengers, we have the guests carried. I'm just going to pause this. My battery is slow. All right. So we have that here. So we're going to create a vertical bar chart to show the numbers of cruise passengers. Okay, for the numbers of cruise passengers, we have guests carried thousands. Capacity is 2 persons per cabin. Right? That means the passengers are what? The guests carried. Okay, and they're in thousands. Okay. Now for the capacity 2 persons per cabin, you're having this amount of money for it. Okay, so we're just going to do that. So we're going to 2 set of data. So we're going to select this, hold your control, and then select from 2014 to 2018. Okay, I will click on the layout. Click on this right here. So we have this. Okay, so we have the guests carried, and of course we have the capacity, but we want this to show 2014 to 2018, but right here we're having this. So all we have to do right here is right click on it, click on select data. Under this edit right here, click on edit, and we are going to select the range for it, which is this. Okay, and click on OK. Notice that these have changed. Okay, now let's move on. Label the chart with the following. So this is done. Obviously, just by creating a vertical bar chart, you have just 1 mark. So okay, you have not lost anything. Just by creating it, you have it. Okay, now label the chart with the following. Title and annual growth. Now obviously in your exam you'll be meant to kind of type it, but I'm just copying it. So my title is going to be this. I'm going to select all and I'm going to paste it. Okay, I just want to format it. There's no file on it, and just make it to be black. All right. The value as this title is going to be passenger. Okay, so I'm just going to add the axis titles. Now notice I have the primary here, I have the prime verticals, right? So I want the value axis. These are the value axis right here, not this. These are the value axis. This is for year. I'm just going to right click on it and paste it as passengers. Display the values as data labels on top of each bar. Okay, data labels on top of each bar. So I'm just going to click on this. I'm going to add a data label, right? And I'm going to do this. Yeah, this is better. Okay, this is better. Okay, we're making progress. The next thing is what next? Display the values. So this is done. Question 13 is done. Highlight it. Now, display the values as what? Data labels on top of each bar. This has been done. Do not display a legend. We are not displaying a legend. Okay, so we're not displaying a legend. So this is done as well. Highlights. Okay. Now question 15. Format the value as a scale to display a minimum value of what? 5,000. I will click on format the chart area. I'm just going to okay, I want this here. So obviously what I'm going to do right here, just make it easy, right click on this and I'll click on format as is. That's fine. And a minimum value of 5,000. So minimum right here is going to be 5,000. I'm just going to type here 5,000. The maximum values of 13,000. Under bounds is 12,000. Change it to 30,000. It's going to have an increment of 2,000. So the major is going to be, notice that it is 5, 6, 7 like that. So the major here is going to be what? 2,000. Okay. And so we have that right here. So we have that done. So it's going to have an increment of what? 2,000. Okay. We have it there's 2,000. Okay. We have it there's 1,000. Okay. So we have this here. All right. So we have them here. So question 15 is done, and that's 2 marks, guys. 2 marks. So done. Question 16 is insert the chart after the paragraph heading, right, over the past 5 years. So we're going to insert the chart right. Okay, so we're inserting the chart after the paragraph heading over the past 5 years. So what we are going to do is we're going to click on file, Click on save. We have done a good job, and we're going to copy this chart. Now we check no legend is there, so we'll copy it, copy, and they say we're going to place this word in the paragraph heading over the past 5 years. Okay, so I'm going to click on find over the past 5 years. This is what we are looking for. Okay, now they said insert it after the paragraph ending, so after the ending of it, over the past 5 years, after it. So we're going to do this, and we're going to insert the chart here. Done. Now notice that I'm going to say, okay, make sure that the chart and all the data fits within the column width. Now, how do we know they fit within the column width? We go into the click on view, click on your grid lines. Now they fit within the column width. Okay. All data labels are displayed in full. The data labels are displayed in full. So we have this correct, and just by doing the right thing there, you're having one extra mark for doing the right thing. Okay, all right. So all right, now the next question 17, import the image. We're going to import the image j229ships.png and place this below the subheading our fleet. Below the subheading our fleet. Okay, so right here, click on insert, click on image from this device. Okay, so we have it here, and we're going to insert it. Okay, it is resized to a width. Format the image so that it is resized to a width of 2.5 centimeters. Now I've taught you, I've said earlier in this video that if you don't know how to change it from your measuring unit to centimeter, you might want to check out my 2018 videos, because I did while doing document production, I did a sample video on how right there on how you can change it from whatever measurement unit it is to centimeter. Okay, now they said the width is 2.5. The width is 2.5. Okay, it is aligned to the left margin and the top of the paragraph, starting with currently operates. The text wraps around the image. So right here, text wrap, and I'll make it tight. So at the top of it, yes, it's tight. Now I'm going to make it square. Tight doesn't work, so I'll make it square, because it should be like this. Okay, not tight, square. It should be like this. Now the reason why tight does not work is because there are empty spaces here, so obviously the text is overlapping on it, so square makes it better. Okay, so save the document with the same file name and format used in step 1. So they are referring us to step 1, so let's go back to step 1. And the step 1 is TC report. Okay, and they said save the document in the format of the software you're using with the file name TC report. So we have done that. TC report. Okay, so make sure that today's date and not the date field code displayed in the header. Now what they want to make sure is that it is the today's date and not the date field code that is what displayed, which is very good, because most time you can, we took a screenshot, you can actually forget. Okay, you can actually forget, and yes, I forgot. So they're just reminding you that please It's a common error. You can ensure that you go back to what to check. Okay, to ensure that you go back to what to check. All right. So I'm going to click on advanced right here, and I'm going to click on show document content, and I'm going to uncheck the field code instead of the value, and I will click on what okay. Now that is done. Okay, so we have it. So it's a common error, guys, and even the examiners know that it is very likely possible. There's a likely tendency that you can forget, and that is why they are telling you that make sure that today's date and not the date field code is displayed. They want today's date and not the date field code. This is being displayed in the header. Then we have to print the document, guys. We have to print the document, and now they said make sure that you have entered your name, center number, and candidate number on your document. It's still a common error. Students can get overwhelmed. They just want to answer the question right away, and they're still bringing your attention back to this. So please, when they tell you make sure, please make sure. Okay, please make sure. All right, so we're going to do that. Now we're just going to check the work. I think we're done with the style for today. Enough styles. Okay, so we're just going to check the work, and it's not been bad. Okay, I think it's not been bad. It's been good. Okay, do I see something? Do I see something here? Now there's a need for me to do a proofread of the work. Okay, there's a need for me to do a proofread of the work. You may not be told about. There's a need for me to just do a preview of the work. It's common practice. So I'll click on my review tab, click on spellings and grammar. Are there any spellings? For example, oh, there are none. Okay, it and then it was called 97. So it's good. We're good to go. So no spelling mistakes or whatever. Although you see that in the main image, but it's fine. So we can print this. We'll click on file and click on print, and right here on print, we're going to think I'm going to look for it. Oh, obviously it's taking me back, so I'm just going to look for 2019. 2019 right here, May, June. Looking for, okay, yeah, so I have my printout one. Okay, so save. So my printout one is actually what actually saved. Okay, now question 19. So this is done. Now for question 19, Tara Kudus is planning to publish the annual report data on its company wiki. Evaluate the suitability of a wiki to share this type of data. Remember, they are planning to publish the annual report on wiki, like Wikipedia. They want to evaluate the suitability of a wiki to share this type of data. Type your evaluations and recommendation with reasons into what your evidence document using no more than 100 words. So for the sake of this video, I'm just going to quickly type that. All right, so what this is actually saying is we are typing our evaluations, we're typing our recommendations with reasons into the evidence document. Now the quizzes want to publish, right? They want to put their annual report details on the company and want to evaluate the suitability. How is it going to suit to share this type of data? So I've typed it right here in the evidence 6. Now for advantages, we could see now let me just put this advantage here. Okay, so I have this. All right, so for the advantage, it allows the company report to be seen by many people, which is good, right? Because they're typing the report and they're using Wiki. Wiki is a very popular company and it has a very wide range of audience. A lot of people can see it, and it saves distribution or printing or time cost. Instead of you going to print to share to people, remember guys, they said they want to publish their annual report, right? They want to publish it for people to see. So instead of publishing to all their cruise members, they can just publish it online to Wiki, and a lot of people can have access to that, and it's going to save a lot of printing, or even save you the time of district what booting. It is eco-friendly. Eco-friendly in the sense that it's within the ecosystem, it's within the internet. Anybody can be able to have access to it at any time. Whether they were not online at the time of publishing, they can always go back to it. Disadvantages: anyone can edit, delete, or modify the content. That is another disadvantage, because remember, you're pasting it to wiki. It means if it's a wiki, admins can have the privilege to actually edit the work, can even delete it or even modify the content, and could make data unreliable, because if the data are probably tampered with, or there are spelling mistakes or whatever, that data can actually be reliable. Accessibility is needed. For you to actually publish it to wiki, remember, you need a computer to do that, you need internet to do that, so accessibility can become a factor. So with the advantages and disadvantages, my recommendation should be, it should be presentable in a non-editable format. Non-editable format is such a way that it is, all right. So it should be presentable in what? In a non-editable format. Non-editable format is, a good example is your PDF. If it's presented in a non-editable format, it can be uploaded like that, and that means it cannot what? Be edited. Of course, it should include a link to the published report on the company website. That makes it authentic. There should be a link, right, on the published report on the company website, so that right there in the report there's a link to the website. People can actually click on the link to go to your website to say, okay, this is actually reliable. Okay, that anybody can just post, but if there's a link to show that the report is both in your website and the report is also on wiki, that makes it reliable. So thank you very much. I think we have been able to, and it's just 3 marks, guys. So 3 marks means that it should be 3 points. Okay, you give your 3 points for you type your evaluations. Your evaluations are you are assessing it to say, okay, what is the benefit and drawbacks, and you are giving recommendation. So what that simply means that you can just type in 1 in each of them. Remember, it should not be less than 100. It should not be less than what the question says, that it should not be less than using no more than 100 words, and what I've used right here is 126 words, and that is because of the tutorial purpose, just to explain everything about that. So thank you very much, and please do well to subscribe to this YouTube channel for more IGCSE ICT practical videos. Have a wonderful time.